We want to welcome our viewers from across the globe to Roundtable Discourse with Amaka Beké, your amiable host. On today's segment, we are going to be discussing the subject matter, coping with stress or dealing with stress and managing stress. And with me to tackle this social necessity are my beautiful, great, insightful, wonderful participants, Chibuzo from Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Chibuzo, say hi to our generous viewers.
Hi, viewers. We are back again.
Welcome again on the show, Chibuzo. And we have Lillian from London, United Kingdom.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here again.
Welcome back again, Lillian. And we have Toby from Kentucky, United States of America.
Hi, Amaka. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone that's watching. I appreciate you all. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very much. And that's true. We appreciate you, your generosity of viewing, your likes, your comments, and of course, your subscriptions. And please continue to share our content and continue to tune in because we have lots of great content coming on this show. So sit tight and enjoy. So we're beginning with Lillian. How do you manage workplace stress?
Yeah, like you rightly call it workplace.
Yes.
So workplace stress, like where I work, the workplace is guided by the rules and regulations of business establishment. And then you have the health and safety legislations and or whatnot that goes with it, okay? So the workplace offers you respite in terms of support if you're going on, through stress or stressful situations at work, okay? Yeah. Even if the stress is not coming off of work, but if you do have the conversation with your boss or whoever you would have conversations here in the UK, your workplace offers you support to deal with stress. And what I would say is each company, even though companies differ, but the legislation is the legislation. Stress at work is stress at work, and it has to be dealt with accordingly by the organization concerned. So what I would recommend, which is what I would do if I was under stress at work, is to take it to the human resources management. Mm-hmm. You may go straight off to them because if you go into, say, maybe your staff rooms, wherever these places may be, the law stipulates that it should be properly signaged, So it should be on notice board, your point of contact when you're having stress at work. They even offer things like confidential talks with confidential phone numbers that you could use to talk to people anonymously if you don't want to talk to be identified, So I would say if anyone is going through stress at work, go through those steps, talk to your boss, your supervisor. But if your supervisor, probably, who knows, if your supervisor is not approachable or you don't think you can go to them, the human resource, yes, it could be. So the human resource management is there to deal with that. They would probably refer you to occupational health, who have to send you for assessments, or you could go to your local doctor, to your GP. If you're going through stress at work and you can't have that dialogue at work, you could go to your local doctor, your general practitioner, and have that word. There's just there's a number of pathways you could go to deal with your stress at work. You may also phone in, forgotten the name of this charity where you could call in. You can self-refer yourself for for help with counseling. Yes, all those facilities are there in the UK, but I don't know about Canada, America. Of course, I know in Nigeria that probably be little or non-existing. Yeah, exactly, because
therapy is given by families.
Right? I'm hoping our viewers a global audience. So if I'm talking about GP, general practitioner, do we really have that back in Nigeria? Do we really have recourse to that if I was going through stress? Say in Nigeria, mind you, the Nigerian system will probably be different. Stress at work, who do they are really, do they have those facilities? Do they have those recourse?
I would say depending on the work environment or the job or the organization, management, or maybe you work for the government. So,
Lillian, do we even have stress in Nigeria? Because we are the stress.
Don't kill me there.
we are the stress. So we don't even know what stress is all about.
It's true. Nigerians sometimes they can't even identify their stress. Distinguish it from
stress.
They are tough.
I mean, let's just say, like, we're talking about stress at work. Obviously, we're talking about stress at work, right? So, yes, those are the pathways in a developed world like UK, how you would go and manage your stress at work. But mind you, I've always said the way, even though you would look at Nigeria or some third world country and you say, oh God, life there is hard. But honestly, are they really being stressed? What do you call stress?
Exactly.
And like I mentioned when we had the other discussion, they probably have this whole community of family and friends and cultural traditions that help them manage stress better than we have over here. People are also alienated back in Africa. It's a communal living, it's a communal relationship, But anyway, let me not go too far, because I believe you, if someone has stress at work in Nigeria, just going back home to your house and talking about it with your mom, your sister, your brother,
or traveling,
who knows what kind of solution they'll comfort with. Take you to one Holy Ghost fire prayer ground.
Did you forget and bushmeat?
Exactly.
And
I'm here. True. Once I'm here trying to navigate the system here, because that's a system. The Nigerian system probably works,
True.
You're having stress at work with your boss, who knows what your boss wants, and you go home, you talk to your dad, your mom, your sister,
uncles, aunties, friends.
Yes, you get family involved, and they sort of help you, because when you talk through stress, right? That's why you have these anonymous phone call numbers and all those kind of things at work here. In Nigeria, you're not really embarrassed to talk to family. Family are there as you're coming home, right?
Yeah.
They're seeing how you are, like, oh, Auntie me, what's going on?
Yeah.
Do you understand? So there's already someone there seeing and caring and nurturing you straight off and making you feel like, oh, I can unburden myself, you know.
Yeah.
And by talking to these people, your stress level is really, really, you know, gone. Unlike back here, if you're under stress, you living,
Barely have
work,
someone to talk to.
straight to home. If you're a single parent or even a couple in marriage, you know, maybe the husband is at work, you're there coming home to look after the kids.
Yeah.
You're not having that avenue to express yourself. You're alienated, you know? Yes. So, I mean, I don't know. I know the rate of suicide rate in Africa probably won't be as bad or as yes.
It's so sweet to us that we can't even attempt to commit such. And you know, like I said, we don't even recognize
one amala order or a go on the agege bread.
We are so spoiled in this third world country, and that is why Africans in general can survive it here. Because one, we are most appreciative of what we have.
Yes.
And secondly, that is why we tend to tolerate or take in whatever situation might.
We have lower expectations.
Sorry?
We have lower expectations.
Expectations, right?
Yes.
So in Nigeria, we are always grateful. Abego, I will try as much as I can to please this my boss before he or she will sack me, right? Even me walking on the road, a man person would even make you smile over whatever problem you think you have. And that is why some years back, Nigeria is rated one of the most happiest country in the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
You know why?
And I think they're still the happiest people in the world, despite what the struggle is. They find a way to be comical about it. Have you read comments on certain posts on social media? I don't know how these people fabricate and manufacture the comments. Wild.
Exactly. They speak out, you know. They speak out. They're not bottling it down there. Whatever is troubling them.
Even though they might not discuss it directly, but they have an indirect way of letting it go.
Expressing it. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lillian. And Chibuz, I have a question for you. How do you deal with, call it maternal stress? That's motherhood stress. Stresses that motherhood puts on us as women.
Oh, I have gone through it. Stress of a motherhood. But then the joy of a motherhood surpassed every stress that I might go through. I'm a mother of 3 boys, you know, coming to a country, you have no knowledge about their culture, their tradition and all that. As a young lady, you came in, started having children, right? That African woman in me came out unannounced. I had my first baby. In less than 1-2 years, I had my twins. So 3 toddlers at a go.
Yeah.
It got to a point where, oh God, how can I help them? But when you look around you, I'm just taking the concepts in the third world country where I am. When you look around you, you have no help, no one to talk to, no one to run to.
Canada.
And everyone is busy.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to find a way to balance it.
Yeah.
You just have to manufacture a way to balance that stress. For me, my 3 toddlers, you know, is kind of weird when you have children, you back them up. I'm just giving you a scenario, how I manage
I like
to
this
juggle
scenario.
it,
Follow me.
right? Yes. I mean, I strike them on their chairs, and
Yeah,
I back the ones I can back,
yeah,
and I have to continue with my daily activities.
yeah.
But one thing I knew then, I never allowed it to weigh me down or to draw
Oh,
me down.
that's
The
amazing.
ones I couldn't manage, I let it be.
Yes,
Wherever I stop,
yes,
and I'll continue the next day.
yes.
So stress is not something that you can say, oh, okay, this is the pattern that I use. This is the way I did it. But when you look back, you will ask yourself, how did I do it? How did I manage
True.
it? How
Oh
did
my
I come
God.
across all
That
this?
is such an epic question. I look back and I go, how did I do it? Something
See,
must have overcome me.
exactly. So motherhood stress never
Overcome.
ends. It's
Yeah,
motherhood stress never ends. It comes
yeah.
stage by stage. As
Stage.
a toddler, you find a way to handle it. Teenagehood, I don't know if that one is even the worst.
Maybe newborn. You should start from the newborn stage. There's the newborn stage and the toddler stage.
Toddler
And
stage, then teenage
yeah,
stage.
and
So it
the
never ends.
yeah,
Even when
kindergarten stage.
as a young adult, you also worry the
Yes.
society.
Yeah.
How would they fit into the society or the adulthood that they are falling into? You also
Yeah.
stress on that one.
Yeah.
So, like I said, just find the best way for you as a motherhood to handle your stress.
Yes.
But don't let the stress kill you or stress you out of yourself.
Some people have cited that they had to make red wine their best friend. So did you make red wine your best friend those days?
Cleaning is my best friend.
Oh, you're the cleaner.
Oh,
No, you're the cleaner when you
yes,
get stressed out. Oh,
yes. So I cleaned the whole place, the whole house. Then I watch Nigerian movie.
oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's where you're staying in touch with your heritage and yeah, with home.
Mhm.
Good job. Thank you very much, Chibuzo. So Lillian, moving to, I would say, relocating slash immigrating to a foreign land comes with its own amount of stress. What are the few, or would I say were the few notable stresses that you dealt with, and how did you deal with them? That, that you encountered. How did you deal with them? You're muted.
Yeah, of course, coming to the UK would be similarly to going to anywhere in the world
Yeah,
where you're a foreigner.
yeah.
So you all, first of all, you want to get your basic necessities of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
They say the basic things you need, a human being needs for survival. You need shelter, food, and what? you know, you need a roof over your head, you need food on your table, and clothes on your back. So the first thing I had to navigate was getting a job, is getting the job that would put a roof over my head
Yeah,
and put food on my table and clothes on my back.
yeah,
So obviously you have to go via the regulations of the country.
yeah,
You have to um, have the requirements to be able to function.
yeah,
In the UK, you're required to have your national insurance number. You have to be able to work in the first place. Then you would work towards getting your national insurance number. And that's what the tax man would require to tax your income. And then you go job hunting. And of course, when you are job hunting, as a foreigner, you're most likely going to meet barriers to employment, a lot of barriers. Barriers in the form of, first, you're coming from a country. We're lucky, we're Nigerians. Obviously, we're colonized by the British. We're a British colony, so we speak English. So coming to the UK wasn't a problem. It's, speaking English, it's perfect. So at least you can transact.
Communicate, yes.
Yes, you can have a transaction with another individual comfortably. There's no barrier, no language barrier there. So then you go, job hunting. You have to try and polish up your CV from Nigeria. And of course, the expectations you would have, if you're coming to the UK, you're not thinking, oh, I'm going to go off to be a banker. You have to ask yourself, find out what the requirements are. What kind of job can I do straight off? What kind of job am I qualified to do? Because those are the jobs you can get, the jobs that do not require too many qualifications, because you would need to have British qualifications. So if you're just getting off of the plane, getting your national insurance number, that would take you a while. And then you'll be thinking about getting yourself some qualifications to help you get some good job.
A reasonable job or good paying job.
Good paying job. So that's why you see people who, when they come to the UK, even if they've already, some people who have come to the UK probably had some form of certificate or degree in the past, they find themselves retraining. Yes, because they have to gain the UK education.
Occupational training.
Yes, and then be able to apply to good jobs. And get offers to those jobs and be able to work and earn good living.
I must assume that, or we all would agree that going through all that process is quite tasking, not just physically, but financially and emotionally. And what were the coping skills or mechanisms that you had applied? Did you go out a lot, like go to the bar? Or did you eat certain food? Or did you, get to the gym? Like, what were if you could remember, one or two mechanisms that you applied dealing with or coping with this kind of stress of settling in?
I for one, I'm not one of those people who would resort to some external form of substance. Should I say substance in terms of alcohol? Of course, I drink, but I'm an occasional drinker. So alcohol was never one of those things.
Your go-to coping.
No.
Okay.
So, but what I would say, yes, I knew it was stressful. Like my Chibuzo, sorry. mentioned. Sorry, sister. Chibuzo mentioned earlier how grateful Nigerians are. Do you understand? Like, we value what we have. Especially if you've been to Nigeria and then you come here, you're not the one to quickly give up, you know. Yes, I was going through stress, but there were people who, you know, have walked the path you're walking. So for me, the way I coped was by talking to these individuals, people who have been here before, people who have walked this path, you know. How they encourage you to say, oh, don't worry, you go through it.
Yeah,
oh,
you get through it. Yeah.
Everyone goes through that. It's just it's like a baptism of fire, you know. And so when you know, you look at everybody's gone through it, and they're there now, standing strong. So to me, that's the way I coped, knowing that I'm going to get through it. Because there's nothing like, who are you going to be sorrowing for? You need to pick your ass up there and get going. There's really no room for pitying.
Pity party.
Yeah, no, there was never room for that. There was never room for that. When you're
I
like
that
oh my
because,
God, you have to pay your rent. You have to pay your rent and in a house share. Oh no. No, there's nothing like pity. You just have to hustle, like, you know, and work different jobs, make the ends meet. And no, I don't think there's any room. I never had that room
that luxury. No.
No, I didn't. I rather wanted to find, I did try to know what people did, like how they coped. And everybody had the same thing, oh, you get over it, you get over it. And the good thing too was a lot of people came to your rescue, right? Like, people are there, they know your news, a lot of them help. Of course, some people exploit people. So let's not just say to people, oh, go looking for help, like people will help you. No, that actually you get exploited. So be careful who you go to see your shesheti. You could be exploited. Yes. But true. I remember clearly I went through stress because obviously to me the main thing was the accommodation, like being able to earn an income, you know, and put a roof over my head. That was so important to me.
Congratulations. Thank you very much, Liliana. You're doing great for it. Of course, this is something you had to think through and recall because it's been a while back.
It's been a while back.
Yes. Toby, so living in diaspora, and especially in a big, great country such as the US, never comes easy, especially with social expectation and social adjustments. What were some of the ways that you adjusted, or what were the mechanisms that you applied adjusting to the social pressures?
Social pressures, I would say I'm not just someone who gets pushed around easily. I have a mind of my own, so
good on you.
If I wanted to do something, I'll do it because I want to do it, not because someone is expecting me to do it, or because the society expects me to do it. But of course, there are expectations that you set for yourself even before you got here, and getting here, usually you'll realize that things are not as you've expected, you know.
True.
Especially if you have high hopes, if you raise the bar very high, like like let's go do this, let's go make the money. But one thing I realized about myself, which has always been me anyways, all the way, is that I never settle for less. I always shoot for more. So I have been, and most people who know me around here, I mean, in Atlanta or in any part of the United States, I am a workaholic. I am a fighter. I have been in probably 50 jobs in the United States, and that's just
Being an
just
achiever.
and that doesn't mean I'm jumping around.
Toby.
It doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm jumping around. I'm not anywhere that I want to be right now, but I'm not where I used to be.
Awesome.
So it just means, and like one of us said the other time, listen to people. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. But watch who you listen to, because majority will advise.
So you don't get exploited.
Yeah.
And some people have settled, so don't listen to those who have settled.
And also they'll advise you based on where they are and what they know. Yeah. They're not doing it to hurt you.
No,
that's all they know.
They don't know any better. True.
Right. Yes. You know, so you have to be able to take information, digest it, take the ones that are useful, and discard the rest. You know,
can't discard the rest.
One thing that I realized was that, you know, if you're not aligned with my dreams and the place that I think I'm going, it's good. We don't have to. I don't have to take
too long.
I don't have to take hook, line, and sinker that you tell me. I just have to keep pushing till I get to the kind of people that I want to, you know. Because if you're talking to someone who does just 8 to 5, they'll talk to you based on 8 to 5. If you're talking to someone who is a business person, they'll explain life in America to you on the business end. If you come to America and the first set of people that you meet with are people who are hustlers, I'll use that word to hide what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
They'll talk America to you. You can never make it if you don't hustle, you know.
Yeah.
So it's up to you to decide all that information you get and what you want to do with that information.
Where you fit in, where you belong, what your goals are.
Yeah. So the stress part of it, you know, for me, unlike I think it was Linian that doesn't like to drink. I like to drink once in a while.
Yeah.
When I get stressed out, take a bottle or two of something, and I'll be fine. I go to gym. I go to swim. I go to the gym. I work out. By the time you get out of there, you feel a lot better. And swimming is a very good sport. When you're in the water, you kind of forget about it. It's like drinking too. You forget about everything for a while. You just concentrate on that water and that motion, and you know.
Sorry, talking about exercise also, meet your partner, you know.
That's right.
Yeah. That too. Yeah.
So yeah, for people watching, if you're thinking about distressing, because stress is something that builds up. Yes. The same way it builds up is the same way it can be dissolved. It's like ice that comes on you.
Yeah.
Then you can put ice in the microwave and it dissolves. So the same way you can distress yourself by doing certain things that are contrary to that. So just keep your mind off of those issues. Like 2 days ago, had a very, and that takes us a little back to the work stress. The work stress that you asked, I think it was Chibuzo that you asked. Lillian. Over here, it's a little different. If you're trying to talk to some agency about your work-related stress, of course, they have those bodies there. But those people are black and white people. They'll likely put you into more trouble than what you came in with.
Yeah, so, they might begin to categorize you. You have a mental problem. You're now mental health.
And then it depends on what kind of problem.
Like your workplace hazard.
If you're talking about someone racially profiling you, for instance, someone is racially profiling you, and you go to complain to someone who is also going to racially profile you, then you're not going to make it ways, you know. So sometimes, not all the times, sometimes it's better to what can I do about it? That's what I ask myself. Is there anything I can do about this? If there is something that we can do about this, then I'll jump on it and do it. And usually there's something I can do about it, you know.
And it works.
And then it works. You move out of there, keep life moving. Life goes on. Problem no they finish like we talk of, you know.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toby, Lillian, and Chibuzo. Thank you very much to our general viewers. Thank you guys for coming on the show once again. And we're going to come back again and again and again, but not for tonight because we're done for this broadcast. And please, viewers, like, comment, share with your friends, and also subscribe. Special thanks to our subscribers. You are the real MVPs, most valuable players. Keep coming back on our channel. Amaka Beké, your amiable host, saluting